Hey Dimitri, you got the merch? I got what you wanted, Vidal. Straight cut, Fort Worth. Here you go. You did good, Dimitri. Here's your payment.
Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here, and yes, it is finally time to do the Texas Motor Speedway Diecast haul. Now, I picked up some incredibly rare merchandise that I haven't seen since Green Day was on the freaking radio, okay? Wow. Some really cool diecasts. In fact, I have a duffel bag over here. I'm gonna get that real quick for y'all. So I got this freaking duffel bag over here, right? It's full of diecasts, okay? So I picked it up at the Speedway. I brought an extra bag, right? To make sure we had room to get those freaking diecasts from Timbuktu up in Fort Worth all the way down here in Southeast Texas. So got a diecast that actually came in the mail here. And stay tuned to the channel because we got a monster NASCAR diecast haul coming in from our good friends over at Circle B Diecast. They were known as Plan B sales. They kind of, it's kind of confusing, but they're Circle B Diecast and Plan B sales now. So I'm super excited. Let's go ahead and get this diecast haul underway. Alrighty folks, so we're gonna start off this NASCAR diecast haul with a little box over here. Like I said, I got a whole bunch more of the Circle B Diecast / Plan B sales hauls coming in soon, so we'll go check them out. Best place. I mean, honestly, it's not just a great place to buy a diecast, but it's absolutely the best place, the best value you can get. So we're gonna go ahead and get this freaking box open, and then we're gonna hopscotch and get the duffel bag open. Let's go ahead and get this box open. Let's see what the heck's in here. Oh, holy cow! Is this thing absolutely stunning? Chase Elliott's 2020 Hooters Chevrolet Silverado, man. Oh my god, is this diecast beautiful. And guess what? They literally just announced that this truck's gonna be in the NASCAR Authentics line, which is actually really interesting because this has the Hooters Spirits logo. I'll have to do a little bit of a comparison there because this does come on the base. It is a alcohol collectible, very similar to the Bristol Night Race car he ran in 2019, the Hooters Spirits Camaro. That was the first ever Chase Elliott diecast to come on a base in the 1/64 scale. This, of course, is the second one. And I tell you what, if they don't produce too many of these trucks, good luck getting one 5 years down the road because this thing is absolutely beautiful. Alright folks, moment of truth. We drove 6 freaking hours to get to the Speedway up there in Fort Worth. And they had a gypsy tent outside the Speedway at the Buc-ee's gas station. I went there Saturday morning, or afternoon. I tell you what, these cats had some unbelievable rare diecasts. I'm talking cars I haven't seen since the mid and early 2000s. I bought a whole bunch of them, and here they had a crap. I'm talking, they had hundreds of cars, right? I went around. I was giddy. I was going nuts. There was you know, a bunch of older people there. I'm like, look, I want these freaking diecasts. I want these freaking diecasts. I went everywhere in that freaking tent looking for merch, and this was one of the first things that really caught my eye. Check this out. Originally, I wasn't going to pick this up. I ended up buying every COT this cat had. This is definitely a great donor piece. It's a overproduced piece. My favorite thing when it comes to scoring these COTs is the window condition, because the paint and everything is going to be stripped off someday, right? The wheels are in great condition. But my most important thing when it comes to these cars is how yellow is the interior and the windows. Because if the windows ain't yellowed, it's pretty good. This one does have a slight bit of, I guess you could say, a yellow or a patina to it, so this might need to be a little bit retro brighted, but definitely a great piece to add. And I kid you not, $5. Couldn't beat it. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to buy a chicken sandwich with that? Our next piece, now this is a blast from the past. 2004. Keep in mind, in 2004, they were teasing the SpongeBob movie. 2004. Now, this is a beautiful freaking diecast. Terry Labonte now, look, in the early mid-2000s, Terry Labonte kind of bounced around a little bit. The 44 car, the 5 car. Heck, he even drove for Joe Gibbs Racing, too. But this one, I had to pick it up. Look, these cars, this is the Racing Champions line. I never done a review on one of these, right? You could go to pretty much any smaller retail store and pick these things up. I mean, look at this. Look how vintage and retro this is. This is so freaking cool, man. Visit rcertl.com. I wish that link would still work. It might, who knows. But I remember you could go to Family Dollar, Dollar General, and you could pick these things up for just a couple dollars, man. And they had anything from Kyle Busch's rookie car to Hutch Strickland to Kenny Wallace. They had everyone. They had all of the Stooges. They had everyone, man. I tell you, they had the lesser known drivers in the Busch and Cup series. But I tell you what, man, you couldn't beat these things for just a couple dollars, man. Incredible piece right there. I seen that and I was like, bro, I have to get it. And what's funny is they had 2 Terry Labonte, I think, Elite diecasts in front of it. I don't collect the Elites, right? I like to have my diecast, the normal rollers. And I dug around and I seen that. I was like, oh, heck yeah, I gotta get that. The next card, the freaking duffel bag. Oh, I had to pick this one up, folks. This is a 2014 Greg the Biffle. Yeah, 2014 Greg Biffle McGuire's Ford Fusion. And sweet baby Jesus, is this thing going to be one epic rant review, folks? I tell you, this diecast is so freaking roached. It's incredible. Look at those balloon tires. Look how bad the contingencies are on this thing. This is going to be a bona fide rant review right here. And I seen it. I was like, look, I want to do a rant on this. It's a Greg Biffle diecast. We haven't done one since the day of the flood. Why not? So that is another great piece to put on the channel. And let's keep digging here, right here in the box today. Oh boy. The next piece. Bam! Check this out. Now, I tell you what, this cat up there, I talked to him, right? You know, very nice dude. Very nice dude. Of course, we were outside the Buc-ee's gas station. I was checking out with the merch, right? And literally, it was like $5 per car. I mean, you couldn't beat it. You go online. You're going to pay probably $10, right? Sometimes $10 plus shipping for these freaking cars. You couldn't beat it. I talked to the cat, and I was like, hey, man, you got any COTs in the back? And he said, nope. Everything that I have is, you know, the COTs is on the floor inside the tent. So I knew very well. I bought all the dude COT 164s. But this car I haven't seen since they put those little holographic cards in the cereal box for like the Kurt Busch and the Kinsey drivers back in the early to mid 2000s. This is an 03 Matt Kinsey, and it's in mint condition. Incredible piece right here. This is the year that he did win the championship. I don't have this car. I have the goofy one that changes colors. Like you could put it in your freezer and it changes to like all black. It's really cool how it works. But I wanted to get this car because this is a championship year for Matt Kinsey, his one and only Winston Cup, and this is a really cool piece. $5. I couldn't beat it, man. I couldn't. I couldn't help myself. And this dude, he buys collections off people, right? He buys collections. The dude he must have got these stuff from, I'm telling you, he had one of the best Hot Wheels 164 NASCAR diecast collections I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a broad selection of Hot Wheels 164s. And I tell you what, it don't stop there, folks. Bam! Check this out. This is a beautiful early 2000s Matt Kinsey Ford Taurus. Now, this is not his rookie car. This is a 2001. This car ran against Dale Earnhardt in the 0-500, and this was another piece I had to pick up because I needed to get some early 2000s Matt Kinsey gear. You know, I have his $1 Million Challenge Ford from the early 2000s, but his 03 primary and his 01 primary, I said I would be dumber than a bag of bricks if I didn't pick these things up. So I had to get these freaking diecasts, man. I'm telling you, unbelievable deals. We're going to keep it rolling here, and this one, a little bit Texan. You got the Texas Motor Speedway. Why not a little bit of a Texas Terry Labonte 2003 Hot Wheels Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Now, this one's a little bit bent. You know, of course, these have been sitting in probably in some dude's collection for years, and they've been traveling across the country possibly. And I tell you, this is a beautiful beautiful diecast. This is not on the Winter Circle mold. It is on the Hot Wheels mold, but I love the Hot Wheels diecast, and I'll stand by my wording saying that the Hot Wheels diecast are the greatest NASCAR diecasts in terms of quality to ever be produced. Now, this car, it's definitely old. There's probably a little bit of some grease, maybe. There's probably a kid, he probably got this at a birthday party back in the day. But wow, man. Beautiful diecast, and this is from the year that he won his final Winston Cup race, the 2003 Southern 500. So we got some Texas Terry Labonte merch, we got some Matt Kenseth merch. I'm a big Hot Wheels guy. I love the Hot Wheels 164s, man. I love them. Bread and butter, man. This one's gonna be... Shout out to Race Day 2011 for inspiring me to get this diecast. I remember he did a video on one of those Casey Kane joints, right? One of the early to mid 2010s Casey Kane diecasts. And it was one of the worst diecasts ever seen in my life. And this cat made a review on that. And I seen this car at the Speedway. And I'm like, you know what? For $5, Casey Kane 2014 Great Clips Chevrolet SS. I said, why not? And I tell you what, I can't wait to do a review. This thing looks so bad. There's a freaking bubble on the roof. This is going to be one fun rant review, folks. That is going to be incredible. You know, I've been so freaking excited to review this merch because I depleted most of my my vintage card backs. I already reviewed them all. And I know some cats wanted to see some more Hot Wheels merch, and I'm like, bro, it was a treasure trove. I mean, if you've seen my Texas vlog, I did a vlog the other day. It had, you know, going into the gypsy tents and everything, or the gypsy tent. There wasn't any other ones, probably due to the, you know, the travel and all that kind of stuff. But this one might just be the grand of them all, folks. Check this out. 2003, rest in peace, John Andretti, Cheerios, Dodge Intrepid. Now, if you were to look online trying to find this car, you'd probably be hard-pressed not to pay more than $15 for this car, possibly. It is dried up. It is no longer really circulated. This is a very uncommon diecast, and it is in mint condition. I mean, the car, the quality, the contrast, the saturation. I mean, who can forget those early 2000s Cheerio Dodges, man? I mean, they were in every box of Cheerios. You had NASCAR merch. I mean, they went all freaking out for their NASCAR programming, and I tell you what, this is a stunning diecast. I have his 2002 primary, have his 2002 Pop Secret car. This is a 03, and a little bit of a nugget here. This is not only a John Andretti car, this is also a Christian Fittipaldi car, because if you remember back in 2003, Andretti didn't finish the full season for the 43 bunch. They put Christian Fittipaldi in, and so essentially this is a dual diecast review possibly here. And I plan on reviewing these diecasts because I love the Hot Wheels stuff. It's my favorite NASCAR diecast to collect. It really is, besides the COTs, the early 2000s Hot Wheels merch. Check this out. Now, I tell you what, this cat had some Jeff Gordon merch, as he always does, I imagine. Now, this one's pretty rough for wear. The bubble's been already impacted, so there's already been oxygen exposure to the said diecast. So I don't think that's really eroded it or did anything to it. But, you know, hot conditions, Texas weather. The card back, though, is very roached. So if this was something you would want to open, this is definitely one to do. You can see how damaged this one is. This is a 2004 Jeff Gordon DuPont Chevrolet Monte Carlo. They produced a buku amount of these, so I don't feel bad opening this. This is going to make one stellar diecast review, and I tell you what, the cat had he had some 07 Jeff Gordon Elites for $5. He had a whole bunch of 90s, and I would say maybe like a 2000 Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warrior cars. But he had an 04, and he had an 05 Jeff Gordon DuPont Winter Circle car. I bought the 04, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of regretting I didn't pick up that 05, because I love the blue and the red flames on the Winter Circle mold. Beautiful diecast, takes me right back to the Nextel Cup days, so that's going to be another fun diecast to review. In the coming days, get ready, get your popcorn, because we're going to have one gigantic Gold Series brand new 2020 diecast release haul. It's going to be incredible. So get your popcorn ready for that. Oh, check this out. This is a 2010 Richard Petty Hall of Fame car. Now, I don't know what I'm really going to do with this car. This is probably the most collectible besides the Earnhardt one from the inaugural Hall of Fame promo. And this thing was literally $5. And this one, a no-brainer. And I could actually use this thing like probably right freaking now in my custom builds. This is a 2008 Dale Earnhardt Jr. promo Chevrolet Impala. They made so many of the 08 Dale Jr.'s that they not only produced it with the promo mold, and for the newer cats out there, you can check out the promo diecast. You can easily notice it by the back window. This is the Ford one. You can see how the back window is a little bit more like a cheese wedge. And this one's practically a carbon copy of the Gen 4 style back windows. That's basically what they did for the promo molds. Anyways, they produced this car so much that you could probably buy half of them and just completely throw them away, and there would still be plenty to keep the market cheap on this thing. It is probably the most overproduced diecasts of the last 15 years. I mean, it's unbelievable how many they made of that car. So that, no doubt about it, will be a custom diecast down the road. Alrighty, folks, that is it for today's Texas Motor Speedway 2020 haul. And I tell you what, last year, I didn't pick up any diecasts. I didn't pick up any merchandise. And absolutely a stunning haul here, I think. I mean, to a lot of people, probably to the newer cats, you might be thinking, oh, you just picked up a bunch of old cars. No, I looked around. I tell you, if you've seen the Texas vlog, there's so many diecasts this cat had, right? I looked around. I'm talking, these are the pieces that are actually worth more than he was asking for. I looked around. Like, that's the thing. That's why years of knowing the market, knowing the trends, what diecasts are going different ways. That's why I picked up those COTs at $5 a pop, because you just can't get them at that price, right? You just can't get them at that price. And for these Hot Wheels cars, they generally fetch about $10, maybe a little bit more with shipping. $5 a pop. I mean, I haven't seen these cars since the mid-2000s. I went for it. And I kid you not, this dude had so much Hot Wheels stuff. I mean, he had Ricky Rudd diecast. He had Mark Martin diecast. He had a whole bunch of the actual Hot Wheels car that's wrapped with the NASCAR liveries. He had a twin mil Ricky Craven diecast, and oh my Jesus, I wanted to get that car, and I should have picked it up because that sucker's rare. Anyways, folks, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see y'all for more NASCAR diecast content. Of course, tell me which one of these cars is your favorite one. I know the Chase Elliott one's not technically from Texas Motor Speedway, but for the cars that was, what is your favorite one? I tell you what, man, the Gypsies was an absolute slam dunk this year, and I cannot wait to go back. I hope and pray I can, at least. Anyways, folks, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and have a great day out there, folks. Diecastbuffet, signing off, mate.